Have you ever forgotten where you left your keys? It happens to all of us. But what if these lapses become more frequent and start to interfere with your daily life? It could be a sign of something more. Today we will talk about 10 hidden warning signs of dementia and how to recognize them in time. Dementia is a general term describing a set of symptoms caused by disorders that affect brain cells. These disorders can affect memory, thinking, language, and the ability to perform everyday tasks. Dementia is a stealthy thief of memory and cognition. Its early symptoms often slip subtly into everyday life, mimicking normal age-related changes. This insidious nature makes it extremely difficult to recognize in its early stages, which significantly delays diagnosis and initiation of timely treatments. Dementia often develops gradually and discreetly, making it a diagnostic challenge. Initial changes may be so subtle that they go unnoticed by both the affected person and their loved ones. It is essential to be alert to any unusual signs, as early detection can make a big difference in the quality of life of the patient and their caregivers. But what if the warning signs are much more subtle, from sudden mood swings to small changes in behavior? Early signs of dementia are often mistaken for the effects of normal aging. Whether you're worried about a loved one or want to stay informed yourself, understanding these early warning signs could make all the difference. However, when these changes become recurrent and significantly affect daily life, it is important to seek medical attention. Stay tuned to the end to find out what everyday habits and behaviors could indicate something more serious. You'll be surprised how easily these symptoms can blend into your daily life. Now, without further ado, let's get into the topic at hand. Number 1. Memory loss. It is common for all of us to experience small memory lapses in our daily lives. Forgetting where we left our keys or the name of an acquaintance are normal situations that should not cause alarm. However, when these lapses become recurrent, interfere with our daily activities, and make it difficult for us to remember important information, it is time to pay attention. Memory loss, when significant, may be an indication that something else is going on and requires medical evaluation. One of the first indicators that something might be wrong in the brain is when memory loss begins to interfere with everyday activities. This difficulty in remembering may be an early warning sign of diseases such as Alzheimer's, which is characterized by a gradual degeneration of the hippocampus, a region of the brain crucial for the formation of new memories. The hippocampus, a region of the brain that is essential for memory, is one of the first victims of neurodegenerative diseases such as Alzheimer's. When this area begins to deteriorate, the ability to form new memories is impaired, so people may experience increasing difficulty in remembering recent information, which in turn can significantly affect their daily lives. In addition to affecting the hippocampus, dementia causes the death of brain cells, leading to a reduction in the brain's overall ability to process and store information. In a study published in the Journal of Neuropathology and Experimental Neurology, researchers examined brain tissue samples from individuals with late-onset dementia. The research focused on the hippocampus and brain areas associated with memory. The findings revealed a significant deterioration of this structure in 85% of the cases studied. This damage is directly correlated with the presence of amyloid plaques and neurofibrillary tangles, abnormal groupings of proteins that accumulate inside and around neurons, compromising their function and causing their death. The resulting neuronal degeneration disrupts brain connections essential for memory and other cognitive functions, culminating in the onset of dementia. Number 2. Problems with everyday tasks. If you're having difficulty with tasks you once did with ease, such as cooking, driving, or managing finances, then you may be experiencing a warning sign of dementia. This occurs due to damage to the cerebral cortex, the area of the brain responsible for higher-level brain functions such as planning and performing tasks. This makes routine tasks like cooking or managing finances increasingly challenging. In addition, dementia affects the brain's executive functions, impairing the ability to organize sequences and complete tasks that were previously routine. To study the effect of Alzheimer's disease on daily tasks, 200 patients with early-stage Alzheimer's disease were followed for 5 years, and their ability to perform daily tasks was assessed. By year 3, 70% of participants had significant difficulty with at least 2 daily tasks, such as managing finances and cooking. This correlated with cortical shrinkage observed through MRI scans. Number 3. Difficulty finding words. One of the most common signs of dementia is aphasia, which manifests as increasing difficulty in finding the right words. Dementia affects the areas of the brain responsible for language, resulting in a progressive loss of verbal ability. This results in difficulties accessing vocabulary and forming coherent sentences. Affected individuals may forget common names, confuse synonyms, and have trouble following complex conversations. People with dementia may experience a sense of frustration when searching for the right term, often leading to long pauses in conversation. They may also substitute words for similar but incorrect ones, which makes communication difficult and can lead to misunderstandings. This occurs as a result of damage to the Broca's and Wernicke's brain areas, the brain regions responsible for language production and comprehension. Furthermore, dementia can erode the network of knowledge about the meanings of words and objects, leading to a reduced ability to communicate effectively. In 2006, a study involved 150 patients diagnosed with Alzheimer's or vascular dementia caused by problems in the brain's blood vessels. They underwent comprehensive language tests and brain imaging. According to the results, 60% of Alzheimer's patients and 45% of vascular dementia patients showed a marked deterioration in language production and comprehension linked to damage in the areas of Broca and Wernicke. Number 4. Disorientation in time and place. Patients with dementia may lose track of dates, seasons, and the passage of time, and may become disoriented in familiar places. For example, a person may forget the current year or get lost in their own neighborhood. In dementia, the temporal loops involved in processing sensory information and establishing context for events can be compromised, leading to confusion about dates, times, and places. Additionally, the ability to understand and remember the spatial environment is impaired, making it difficult to navigate familiar places or recognize where you are. This is supported by evidence in a journal called Alzheimer's Research and Therapy 2010. Here, researchers tested 100 patients with varying degrees of dementia on their ability to recognize dates, times, and navigate spaces. The results show that 65% of patients with moderate dementia showed significant disorientation with corresponding low temporal dysfunction observed on MRI images. Number 5. Impaired judgment. One of the most alarming symptoms of dementia is the progressive loss of the ability to make sound decisions. This manifests itself in a wide range of situations, from difficulties in managing financial matters to adopting risky or inappropriate behaviors in social settings. For example, a person with dementia might easily be tricked into scams, dress inappropriately for extreme weather conditions, or engage in activities that endanger their personal safety. These impairments in judgment are attributed to degeneration of the frontal lobe of the brain, a key region for executive functions such as planning, problem-solving, and impulse control. The frontal lobes act as the executive control center of our brain, regulating higher cognitive functions such as decision-making, problem-solving, and judgment. As these abilities deteriorate, they become compromised, which can have a significant impact on daily life. Number 6. Mood swings. Another symptom of dementia is mood and personality changes. A previously outgoing person may become withdrawn and lose interest in social activities. The limbic system, which is often affected by dementia, is a region of the brain fundamentally related to emotion and motivation. It is often called the emotional brain because it plays a crucial role in regulating our emotional responses, such as fear, joy, sadness, and anger. Not only that, but dementia can also alter levels of chemicals like serotonin and dopamine, contributing to mood and personality changes. In one study, researchers conducted post-mortem analyses of 80 people with dementia and found significant degeneration of the limbic system in 70% of cases, with documented mood changes such as increased anxiety and depression. Number 7. Disinterest in work or social activities. As their functions deteriorate, people may find it increasingly difficult to keep up with work or social activities. This can lead to frustration and withdrawal. Additionally, changes in brain chemistry and structure can diminish interest and pleasure in previously enjoyed activities and replace them with anxiety and depression that lead to social isolation. To demonstrate the impact of Alzheimer's disease on social functioning, a study was published in 2011 that followed 150 individuals. People with early-stage Alzheimer's were monitored for 3 years. According to the results, at the end of the study, 60% of the participants showed a marked reduction in social activities. Number 8. Visual and spatial difficulties. Dementia can cause irreparable damage to the occipital lobe, which in turn makes it difficult to interpret the images we receive. This difficulty can lead to spatial disorientation and problems understanding the environment around us. As the occipital lobe deteriorates due to dementia, the ability to process visual information properly is compromised. As a result, affected individuals may experience impaired spatial perception and difficulty orienting themselves. Dementia can significantly affect a person's ability to interpret what they see, especially with regard to the location of objects and their relationship to space. This difficulty can limit their autonomy and make daily activities difficult. In a study exploring the prevalence of this symptom among patients with dementia, 55% of 130 patients exhibited significant spatial and visual deficits. Number 9. Spatial orientation and object recognition. Our brain is a fascinating and complex organ, and each of its parts plays a crucial role in our cognitive abilities. Among these parts, we find the parietal lobe, a brain region of vital importance for our interaction with the world around us. The parietal lobe is responsible for processing sensory information from various sources, such as sight and touch, and integrating it to build a coherent mental representation of the space around us. Thanks to this function, we are able to orient ourselves in our environment, recognize objects, and understand the spatial relationships between them. In other words, the parietal lobe is our internal GPS that allows us to navigate the world with ease. However, when a person develops dementia, the neural connections in the parietal lobe progressively deteriorate. This damage directly affects the aforementioned functions, manifesting itself in difficulties in spatial orientation. Patients may get lost in familiar places, have trouble following directions, or finding objects. Object recognition. They experience difficulties identifying faces, common objects, or even parts of their own body. Attention and concentration. Attention becomes more scattered and the ability to concentrate on a task decreases. In 2013, a study entitled Spatial Memory and Alzheimer's Disease was published in the Journal of Alzheimer's Disease. In this study, researchers tested 1 to 100 Alzheimer's patients on tasks requiring space, memory, and tracking object placement. Of these 100 patients, 65% had difficulty retracing their steps and locating lost objects. This was further supported by the reduction of her parietal lobe shown on MRI scans. Number 10. Apathy and loss of initiative. In patients suffering from dementia, the brain circuits responsible for motivation and reward processing can be altered. This leads to apathy and lack of initiative. As the ability to plan and initiate actions declines, affected individuals may lose interest in starting new activities or completing tasks. In a study titled Neurobiological Foundations of Apathy and Dementia, published in the International Journal of Geriatric Psychiatry in 2015, it was revealed that 70% of patients with dementia showed significant apathy with notable disruptions in the brain's motivational circuits. These were the main silent symptoms and warning signs of dementia. Detecting dementia early is crucial. An early diagnosis provides access to treatments and therapies that can improve quality of life and delay the progression of the disease. If you recognize any of these signs in yourself or a loved one, don't hesitate to consult your doctor. He or she will be able to perform a complete evaluation and rule out other possible causes. How to prevent or delay the progression of dementia. Although there is no definitive cure for dementia, there are many actions you can take to prevent or delay its onset and progression. A healthy lifestyle plays a key role in brain health. A balanced diet is the first step to take. Prioritize foods rich in antioxidants, such as fruits, vegetables, and whole grains. Limit the consumption of saturated fats and processed sugars. Physical activity stimulates the production of new brain cells and improves blood circulation to the brain and helps you maintain a healthy weight. Sleep is essential for memory consolidation and brain tissue repair. Keep your mind active with activities such as reading, solving crossword puzzles, learning a new language, or playing a musical instrument. Keep risk factors like high blood pressure at bay. Control your blood sugar levels. Keep your cholesterol levels within healthy limits. Very important to stop smoking and limit alcohol consumption. Maintain strong social relationships and participate in social activities. Don't forget to go for regular medical checkups to detect and treat any underlying health problems. Another thing, chronic stress can damage the brain. Relaxation techniques such as meditation and yoga can help reduce stress. Maintain a positive attitude. A positive attitude can help you better cope with challenges and improve your quality of life. Have you ever experienced any of these symptoms? Do you know someone with this condition? If so, please share your experiences and opinions with us in the comments. Dementia does not define us. With an early diagnosis and the right support, we can continue to enjoy a full and meaningful life. Thank you for joining me. I hope to see you at our next health and wellness event. See you soon.